You know, we started out at a decent pace and we kind of lost our edge there for a while. And really, just to be honest, we weren't physical enough. I mean, we've got to learn to practice. We got to be physical. So we kind of lost our edge, you know, towards the end of practice.
You mentioned that on Monday as well, that you kind of felt like the intensity hasn't been the best of places. It's just been an adjustment to the practice stops you guys have, the period that you guys were in an adjustment period at this point where guys just heads are just adjusting to kind of that situation, or do you feel like it may be something a little more deeper?
Yeah, you know, I think it's a little bit of fatigue, a little, you know, mental, you know, toughness that they need to get used to and fight through. We're really straining them, and we really want to get them to understand the pace and the attention to detail and the focus that we need. And so our coaches are straining them, and there is some areas that you can see some improvement, but our expectations are extremely high, and we need our guys to be able to finish practice strong.
What were some of those areas of improvement? I mean, some of the things that impressed you today?
You know, we came out sharp. We came out flying around pretty good, and you know, we did some things correction-wise that we made mistakes the first two practices, and that was good. But as we got tireder and we weren't able to fight through like our coaches would like, and that's where we kind of lost our edge and our focus.
John Thompson said earlier this week he wanted to take the chain off and see who led the dog bite. Did you see some good hits out there today?
You know what? There was some pretty good hits. That was one of the positives. There was a couple pretty good licks, and you know, I think we had one ball on the ground, which was definitely you know, not good from the offensive standpoint. Ball security has to be you know, at a high level, and so that was a negative. But you know, probably the hitting probably had something to do with it.
You said all along that at this point you probably know more about your recruits than you do about the guys
Yeah.
out on the field. Where do you guys feel like you are at this point in evaluation? It's only 4 practices. Do you feel
Yeah.
like you're starting to get a little bit of
You know, after we watch film, first day in pads, you have a good idea now of what guys can do what, and it's just a matter of them being consistent with it. But the physical part, you know, a lot of guys either have it or they don't, and so we'll learn a whole lot off today's film.
How are the quarterbacks developing?
You know, I think they're coming along. You know, we hadn't put a whole lot in. We've tried to get good at just the things we put in, but you know, I know Ryan's doing a solid job of protecting the football.
Any specific position group so far that's impressed you the most so far?
No.
How well is your offensive line play today?
You know, we'll know more after we watch film, but you know, we're going to be a downhill run team, and we're really going to have to push people off the ball, and you know, at times we had trouble with that today.
The pace you like to play at is especially a challenge for big guys like that.
Yeah, it's been a challenge for all of our guys, just to be honest with you. You know, the recovery, and of course we want to practice faster than a regular game. We want the games to seem slow, and so it's just a matter of fatigue, and you know, we need to be a little more mentally tougher, and need to be able to fight through some things. But we are straining our guys. I mean, there's not a whole lot of standing around out there. So, you know, hopefully each practice will improve in that area.
flip side, the defensive line, you guys take some hits there. Obviously, you go out and the recruit class here brings some JUCO help.
Yeah.
But when I talked to John last week, he sort of said, right now it's kind of hard to gauge what that group is doing. You just want to see a good maximum effort every day. And like I think it was Lucier to see how the rest of the what sort of evaluation do you guys take of the defensive line?
Yeah, well, like you said, I mean, we're learning a lot about our guys. In the day in pads, of course, you know, I was looking at the big picture, but you know, there was a couple times the defensive line was in the backfield on some runs and some passes. But you know, we'll be evaluating those guys, and you know, all positions are open.
What's your goal to accomplish on special teams during spring ball?
Well, we want to get good at just the two or three things we're putting in. I mean, obviously you want to be able to protect and punt the football, and we want to be able to return, and we'll also get the kickoff.
Getting Neely Sullivan back for 6 years.
Yeah.
How important is that to you?
Yeah, I think it's very important. You know, he's a veteran guy. He's done it before. He understands, you know, ball placement and the things that go with that. So it was very encouraging.
Are there any new developments on Michael Dyer's eligibility, anything like that? Has that
No.
been pursued any further?
No, not as of right now.
Okay.
What are some of the other keys you're going to be stressing ahead of Friday?
Well, just corrections, you know, from today, and really just learning how to practice. And you'll probably hear me say that for the next 3 or 4 practices. Hopefully, it won't take that long. But you know, we're going to really focus on that. And once we get to that point, then we'll be able to start improving.
In your mind, how much of, you know, when you come in here, is install versus just adapting over to kind of the pace that you guys want to work with coaches, versus strictly just sort of
Sure.
like putting as much in as you can in?
Yeah, I think there's a fine line. I mean, really, we've tried not to put in too much. We've tried to be really slow and try to get good at a few things. We're not scheming each other up, and we're just trying to get good at the basic fundamentals and really, you know, like I said, learn how to practice the expectations, the pace, the attention to detail, and all the little things. And we're really stressing that, and we're really straining our guys. We're really challenging those guys to really to be able to fight through some things and really trying to figure out, you know, who's buying in and maybe who's not.
When do you plan to have your first full scrimmage?
We'll do some scrimmages on Saturday, so you know, and we'll see about Friday after we watch the film and all that of today. But Saturday we're planning on having a pretty good one. Anything else?